Welcome back, guys. We'll continue the problem solving sessions here. Okay. Now, this is the circuit. This circuit is the switch is operating at t equal to 0 plus. Now the questions will be, so how the questions will be asked, I'll deal for the same for this circuit now. Now in this circuit, he may ask you to find di of 0 plus by dt or dv of 0 plus by dt. Just he'll ask you to find gi of 0 plus I of d I of 0 plus by dt and dv of 0 plus by v of 0 plus by dt. Okay, whatever they ask you this question, you initially you need to find I of 0 minus I of 0 plus. If you find these two, v of 0, I of 0 minus and I of 0, v of 0, I of 0 plus you will find, and v of 0 minus you will get v of 0 plus. After this, I of infinite and v of infinite, all are you need to find. So we initially find all these things, and later we discuss the question pattern they'll asking. So initially I of 0 minus and v of 0 minus. That means the switch is not acted at t less than 0. This switch is not acting. The switch is not acting. So voltage open circuited, v of 0 minus, current capacitor is open circuited at steady state, and inductor is shorted at steady state, I of 0 minus. So since switch is source is not acting, v of 0 minus equal to 0 and I of 0 minus equal to 0. So source is not acting, so no v initial conditions voltage is 0. Since this is 0, automatically v of 0 plus is also 0 and I of 0 plus is also 0. Now at t greater than 0, at t equal to 0 plus, how the circuit will be drawn, the equivalent by using these values we will draw. So circuit is, the switch is on condition. Now you need to draw the equivalent capacitor and inductor. So at t equal to 0 plus, this inductor doesn't allow sudden changes. That's why capacitor it is will shorted with voltage source of v of 0 plus, that is equal to 0. And inductor is also act as a open circuited, since that is doesn't allow sudden change, with current source in parallel. This current source is I of 0 plus, that is equal to 0. Since the v of 0 plus is 0 and I of 0 plus is 0, replace this voltage source with short circuit and replace this current source with open. Now this circuit will become a t plus 0 condition. The same circuit will be in this form. Since this is 0 voltage, if voltage across voltage 0 means it should be shorted, you know that. Current 0 means, current source is 0 means it should be open. Okay, then the circuit will become like this: 1 ohm, 4 ohm. Now to find di of 0 plus by dt, we need to know VL of, you need to know VL of 0 plus. Okay, to find dV of 0 plus by dt, you need to know IC of 0 plus. Okay, for VL of 0 plus, this means voltage across these two terminals. This means the voltage across 4 ohms you need to find. We directly by current voltage division rule we can write 10 equal to VL of 0 plus equal to 10 into 4 by 1 plus 4. That is equal to what? 10 into 4 by 5. This becomes 8 volts. So you got VL of 0 plus equal to 8 volts. Since we have VL equal to L di by dt, so di of 0 plus by dt equal to VL of 0 plus by L. So VL of 0 plus is 8. L means you have 1 ohm. So this becomes IL of 0 plus 8 ampere per second. So this completes IL of 0 plus you got. Now to find dVL of 0 plus dV of 0 plus by dt, you need to find IC of 0 plus. So for IC of 0 plus directly you can write loop equation. By loop equation means 10 by 1 plus 5, that is equal to 2 amps. So for dV of 0 plus by dt equal to IC of 0 plus by C. So IC equal to we have C dV by dt. By this formula we will get dVL by dt. So 2 by 1 Henry, 1 capacitor, that is becomes voltage for dV of 0 plus by dt equal to 2 volts per second. This also you got. Now for I of infinity and V of infinity means that circuit is in steady state. The switch is operated at t tends to infinity. The circuit becomes what? At steady state, the inductor is shorted and the capacitor is opened. This become I of infinite. This become V of infinite. 10 volts. So 1 ohm, 4 ohm. So I of infinite you can write this 4 ohms will be not in active form. So I of 0 infinity, this will become 10 by 1, that is 10 amps. And V of infinite means voltage across this terminal. This voltage means you have to find voltage across this. So this, since it is started, the voltage V of infinity becomes 0 volts. That's it. And until now this you find is completed. Now the question may be asked like this also. Now you will be given the circuit. Now he will ask you to find determine current through battery at t equal to 0 plus. So now determine current through battery at t equal to 0 plus. He not ask you anything in this circuit. Just he is asking you to find determine current through battery at t equal to 0 plus. So you will find what is the battery here. The capacitor itself is a battery. So at t equal to 0 plus the capacitor equal to battery means IC of 0 plus you have to find. So you will find IC of 0 plus. So you draw the circuit at t equal to 0 plus. You place IC of 0 plus here. That is IC of 0 plus here. And you find IC of 0 plus over. Okay. To find IC of 0 plus, you need to find the initial currents, initial voltage, VC of 0 plus. And the sum follows. Okay. So whatever the question asks means, you should be in a position to find all these concepts. Okay. The questions they may ask also you to find determine the voltage across inductor at t equal to 0 plus. That means you need to find VL of 0 plus. VL of 0 plus. You will find. For finding this, we need to find initial values also. Okay. We will solve another sum now based on the same concepts. So you will be given the circuit like this, having inductor and capacitor, and you need to find directly is asking you to find d I of 0 plus by dt and v and dv of 0 plus by dt. Okay, let us take this is 20 ohms and the capacitor value is about 1 microfarad and this is about 1 millihenry and the voltage source is about 100 volts and this is also 20 ohms. So at t equal to 0 plus the source is acting. Now he is asking you to find I of 0 plus dt by dv of 0 plus. Once again I am remembering you to change in current means you need to observe across inductor. Change in voltage means voltage across capacitor. Now your job is to find initial current and initial voltages of inductor and capacitor. That means at t less than 0, that is t equal to 0 minus condition, the switch is not operated. If the switch is not operated means the circuit will become like this. So at t equal to 0 minus, the source is there, the inductor and capacitor will be acted for finite interval of time. At that time there will become inductor become shorted and the capacitor become open. So this will become v of 0 minus and this will become I of 0 minus. Okay, twenty. Now I of 0 minus means directly by loop equation, so by 10 by 20 plus 20, so this will become 100 by 40, this become 5 by 2. So you got I of 0 minus equal to 5 by 2, then you will ultimately get I of 0 plus. Okay, this is one output you got. Now V of 0 minus means voltage across this terminal, that means this will be inactive, then voltage across 20 ohms will gives you to voltage across these two terminals. So V of 0 minus by current division, voltage division rule, 100 into 20 by 20 plus 20. So this will gives 100 into 20 by 40. So this gives you 50 volts. So G of 0 minus equal to 50 volts, that is equal to V of 0 plus. This is also one output you got. Now your job is to find the main thing is at t greater than 0, that is at t equal to 0 plus condition, the equivalent circuit of inductor and capacitor you need to replace at this position. This is the main thing you need to know. So at t equal to 0 plus, that means the switch is operated, the switch is on, as it is you give the resistance. Now the inductor is at t equal to 0 plus, it doesn't allow sudden changes, it will be act as open circuit, but you will be having a current source in parallel with that, with having a condition of I of 0 plus that equal to 5 by 2 amps. And again the inductor capacitor will behave as a short circuit at t equal to 0 plus condition and will be having a source in series with that, with a value of V of 0 plus, that is equal to 50 ohms. So this is the main notations you have to keep in your mind. This is 100 ohms, this is 20 ohms. Now since this is shorted, this 20 ohms will be, this no current will flow, this will be inactive. Okay, 20 ohms, 20 ohms, 20 ohms. Now to find now actual thing you need to find. To find I of 0 plus by dt, you need to find VL of 0 plus, that is voltage across inductor. To find dv of 0 plus by dt, you need to find IC of 0 plus. Okay. To find VL of 0 plus by dt, you need to have the loop equation. Here directly this is inactive. This 20 ohms current will flow about 5 by 2. This 5 by 2 current will be flow to 20 ohms. Now for VL of 0 plus, I can write the loop equation 100 plus 20 into 5 by 2. So this from through 20 ohms 5 by 2 current will be flow. Since you have current here, this is open, so 5 by 2 current is flowing, plus voltage VL of 0 plus equal to 0. So VL of 0 plus equal to 100 minus 50. So this is 10. This is equal to 50 volts. So since we have VL equal to L di by dt, so d I of 0 plus by dt equal to PL of 0 plus by L. So this will become 50 by, what is L? You have 1 milli, that will become 50 k amps per second, 50 kilo amps per second. Okay, this gives one result. Now again for IC of 0 plus, this means to find current through this branch, you need to know the voltage across this. So voltage across this means voltage across this element. Voltage across this means what is having voltage is 100 volts. Since this is active, if we keep V, so we have V equal to what? 100 volts. Therefore for IC of 0 plus, I can write the voltage, the current equation V minus 50, volt 100 minus 50 by 20. So this will become 100 minus 50 by 20. This gives you 50 by 20. This gives 5 by 2. Okay. After getting IC of 0 plus, directly dV of 0 plus by dt equal to IC of 0 plus by C. This gives 5 by 2 by C means you have 1 microfarad. 1 microfarad. So this gives you 2.5. 1 microfarad means you keep things in numerator. This becomes mega volt per second. Next, that's it. So he just asks you to find di of 0 plus by dt and dv of 0 plus by dt. Whatever this asks me, you need to find initially all these things, and after getting these things, at t greater than 0, you need to write equivalent circuit. After finding equivalent circuit by using loop equations, you need to find all these things.